Exactly. Again, it's one of those things where we gotta get as many of these Terrans in as we can because there's not that many of them left. Unfortunately, they're even forced to play against each other. Oh god.
The cannibalism.
ESL admins, please.
Seeding, please.
You can't, if you treat them this way, they're not gonna show up next week.
See, the problem is this was seeded based on how it should be seeded, but whereas it should have just not been seeded at all. Forehead. Regardless, we are going to be concluding this best of 3 here on Beckett Industries LE. We're in the top right-hand corner map, starting all the way to the top right-hand corner. We have the red Terran player coming out from the land of Korea. He is going to be representing Team NV. Doing it for his boy Creator on the other side of the bracket. He is not a fork, but a spear.
And spawning in at the bottom left-hand corner of Beckett Industries LE, we have the Mexican Terran player residing in the land of South Korea, representing SpeCial Gaming. He is also not a fork. It is SpeCial.
I guess he isn't, but I imagine he'll be using his fork soon? Question mark? I don't know, something about the dinner that zestos him.
We'll see what he has in store for us here. Again, as you were saying, I'm happy that at least once today we get to see Beckett Industries, because fun fact, we didn't get to see it at all in Bota.
Ah, lame.
Yeah, I mean, you've heard me say this before. That's what I love about ESL Asia. Like the Koreans, a lot of the Koreans, they let this through. They don't mind playing on Beckett at all, as opposed to some of the other regions.
True. And I have seen a lot of TVZs on Beckett, ZBZs on Beckett, even a couple of PVTs, but this is going to be one of the first TVTs I'm seeing, so I'm very curious as to how that plays out. Obviously, there are a lot of good positions for tanks, but it gets a little bit muddied when both players have tanks.
Yeah, exactly. And oh my god, SpeCial, by the way, he's SCV scouted. He hasn't seen the racks. He didn't even see the factory. He doesn't really know what's going on. He's looking for the production. He's scouting on the left-hand side as well.
Spear even keeping his Reaper hidden.
But I think SpeCial's aware that like it can't be anything too aggressive here because of the opener. There we go. His Reaper shows up. Ooh, takes quite a bit of damage though.
But it will confirm to SpeCial that, you know, there is no proxy on the way.
Yeah.
Well, I say that, but in Beckett Industries, wherever you place your buildings, it's automatically a proxy.
Oh yeah, it's a proxy, 100%. Oh my god, as the things are, you know, again, normalizing here, you know, Spear just trying to force an overreaction from SpeCial. The SpeCial with a cool and calm head, it does prevail here, and yeah, for the most part, we're getting into a more standard TvT.
Yeah, Reapers coming out from both players. SpeCial going to be a little bit more aggressive with his Hellions and Reapers as well. Spear actually not going across the map, using them purely defensively as he gets some Cyclones out too.
Exactly. Meanwhile, I would ask that, could you move the mic closer to you, or you? Yeah. Yeah, that's what we want. Oh god. It sounded like you were like drifting away into the abyss, but here we go. SpeCial's coming in, and yo, that Cyclone is looking so exposed. Can he get it?
Almost Swamp Volley! KDHR trying to chase that away, and the Cyclone will barely survive. But already a lot of economic damage done. Look at how many SCVs were forced to be pulled off the mineral line, even getting a couple of kills there.
Yeah, exactly. One kill in the end. He will get a second. Unfortunately, we do not have WCS Game Hearts, but in the end, Spear will clean this up.
Yeah, not taking too much damage here, but in a mirror matchup this early on, whatever advantage you can get can have a bit of a domino effect. So SpeCial taking a very nice lead.
Yeah. Small, but nice indeed, as we're slowly, I mean, he's ramping up his production here, getting into his Raven opening. Meanwhile, Spear being a little bit more aggressive, opening up with the Banshees instead, opting not to invest in Cloak.
Interesting.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense because, like, I guess Raven openers are quite common, so is it worth really getting Cloak?
Yeah, especially if you're not looking to use them for harass so much as you're looking to have a little bit of support from the skies.
Mm, mm,
Cloak
definitely.
is kind of wasted minerals as your opponent's most likely just going to be scanning on top of that Banshee.
It really can be, as Spear is moving out. There are a couple of Marines in position, so he has to be careful with this Banshee, but now SpeCial is well aware of the position of this army. Does he have enough to really deal with this? He does have a Raven. It is in the back line, not really in position to help out against his tank.
Alright, so to take up SpeCial right now. If they can get sniped by the Banshee, it's going to take a while, but if they do get sniped, then that is going to be the first wall of defense getting taken down for SpeCial. Couple SCVs being pulled. Very good disable on top of the tank of Spear. Marine starting to target that down, and this aggression will be shut down.
Yeah, beautifully done there by SpeCial. He takes down the tank, dealt so much damage to that Banshee as well. Spear, does he really want to stick around? There we go. He does unsiege, does back off. Behind this, ends up getting his third base on location.
All right. Another one of those leads you can be taken. Has done well to contain SpeCial for a while, but tables are going to start to turn very, very shortly. Sim is on the way for SpeCial.
Yeah, that it is. I'm really curious to see what kind of timing we're going to see on the third base of SpeCial, because he still hasn't started his, which is a little bit concerning. I mean, for both players, right? It could mean that SpeCial wants to go for this big, strong push, and Spear may not be ready for it. He doesn't really have eyes on too much. This Marine, though, will spot the army.
Where we're going, we don't need no third base. The SpeCial is just making his presence felt here on the map. We'll have a little bit of aerial superiority with his Vikings and Ravens too, so might as well leverage it.
That he will. He has to be careful. He does have 2 Ravens, so he does have 2 disables available to him, but the 3 tanks are already sieged. SpeCial forced to back off, rotate around behind this. He's getting his own third base, so he's not all in or anything crazy like that. Oh, tanks are unsieged.
Things are very much unsieged. The Ravens are in position to take advantage of that. But SpeCial doesn't pull the trigger just yet. He knows that any victories he gets here will be Pyrrhic, so just waiting for Sim to finish up for a couple more reinforcements to get here.
Yeah, that he is. You know, just kind of testing the waters, really just threatening Spear, forcing a reaction as he gets his own economy up and running. He's trying to find a way in, but again, Spear is doing a really good job at just sending out a couple of feeler units to keep an eye on where the army is.
Yeah, spotters, if you want to call them that. Vanguards is another term that I've heard every now and then, but SpeCial is being watched.
Yeah, that he is. Both players just kind of sieging up, facing each other down, and yeah, is anyone really going to pull the trigger here? It does feel like SpeCial does have the superior Viking count. He's actually diving in, does focus on one of the Vikings.
Yeah, trying to take out the Raven. 2 auto turrets being thrown down. Ooh, that's a high energy Raven being sniped here for SpeCial. Spear still has his own Raven alive, and the tank count surprisingly still up and running for Spear.
Yeah, exactly. SpeCial, he committed a lot to that, and he couldn't break that defensive position. In the end, he will back off for now, just waiting for a couple more reinforcements to show up.
Yeah, that was definitely a bit of an inefficient trade for SpeCial, but he does have the economy to back him up.
Only
or
2
the
tanks.
Production at the very least. Only 2 tanks. The Marines are here to buffer, but SpeCial's tanks do siege up right now. Look at how quickly they make short work of those Marines of Spear. A bit of an opening on top of this mineral line.
Yeah, exactly.
And SpeCial has the foothold.
Oh my god, he has the high ground as well. Aye, aye, aye. 2 tanks go down for free, and just like that, GG gets cold.
SpeCial gonna be able to take out Spear 2-1. Now up against Skills in the quarterfinals, which yeah.
Oh my god.
Good luck, SpeCial.
We wish him the best of luck. We're gonna be following him there into his next series. But again, GG SpeCial. All it takes is one moment, right? Like, he scanned, he saw that Spear had given up that position outside his natural, rotate a lot of his army over towards the third base, and that was the moment to pounce upon it. And yeah, SpeCial, very, very decisive there.
Really was.